Hi, loves. Medium Michaela Martin, back with the Christ Phoenix Running Academy family, or the Ananda Collective, for the second video of today, August 19th, 2024. Again, we hope all is well with you, loves, and the peace, love, light, oneness, and truth that we send to you and we share with you in as we are one. So, for this second video of today, loves, in time and space, we received a comment from brothers and sisters who said in a previous video or teaching of Yeshua's something about this was the purest reading they had ever heard from Yeshua. First of all, we do not use the words channeling or reading. What this is not a channeling or reading. These are teachings. These videos are teachings from Yeshua ben Yosef and our family, the Ananda family. The reason why we don't use the words channeling or readings is because they have been so misinterpreted by others that claim to be of light, and they are channeling darkness. There's all kinds of channelers out there that are being infiltrated right now, claiming to channel Yeshua and Miriam, his beautiful wife, and Saint Germain and others of our family. They are not. And they use the word channeling or reading. Therefore, anything of darkness we do not associate with. So therefore, loves, it is not a channeled message or a reading per se, but a teaching of Yeshua ben Yosef and our Ananda family. That's the difference. This is why we don't say channeling or reading that often when we do videos as a family, because this is not what we are doing. We are no different than you. We're all one and we're all equal. So I asked Ananda Yeshua just a few moments ago in time and space to address these terms of reading and channeling and why we say the word teaching instead of channeling or reading. And remember, love, take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Being that we're already grounded as a family, we ask the firewall of protection to be placed within and around our family and around brothers and sisters, with only the purest intention of light and love being given. Any and all darkness, Father, Mother, must be dealt with by you across all time, spaces, places, dimensions, and parallel universes, as we do not consent to any tricksters or imposters. Only the beings of our family of light and love can step forward. And so it is done. As I let go of my ego and bias to become a clear, open channel for you, Ananda Yeshua once again, so you may explain whatever you wish, with the purest intention of truth being unveiled. And so it is. And remember, loves, we do not like labels, because we're all one, we're all equal, we all have the same potential. So when you say reading or channeling, we do not consider it that, because we're no different than you. We consider it as a teaching of Yeshua's, not a reading or channeling. Okay, loves? So remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. We love you all. Indeed, once again, greetings unto you, precious, beloved, holy child of light divine, child of the one infinite source, and indeed all is perfect divine love. For I am indeed your beloved brother and friend and equal, the one you've known simply throughout your time and space as Sananda Yeshua the Christ. I come forth yet again, so that the truth may be unveiled, to bring hope to a sometimes hopeless world of duality, to bring peace upon your holy Mother Earth and her inhabitants yet again. I come forth through this, my beloved sister, who has agreed to be the voice of one Yeshua before her physical incarnation in duality. For this is not, should we say, our first experience together, dear one. But in truth, this is a purposeful meaning, dear one. All meaning and reason have a divine purpose. The purposes of one Yeshua's teachings, and that which is the Ananda collective family, that which we are, is to bring truth to your Holy Mother Earth and her inhabitants. It is indeed time to, should we say, shed the light on a new beginning, dear one. Does that make sense for you? It is not time, however, to focus on your negative perceptions, but of your positive polarity, dear one. As one Yeshua said, it is important to balance your negative polarity or karma into a positive polarity or positive good karma. As all emotions and old wounding is arising to be relinquished and released, dear friends, one Yeshua is no greater than you. One Yeshua and one's family are equal to you, dear one. Even though it may seem to your perception that one Yeshua and one's family has gone ahead of you just a little bit. For indeed it is said in your holy scriptures that when Yeshua has gone to prepare the way for you in the kingdom of heaven. And what does this mean, dear ones? This means to show you the example of the truth within you, your divine power, your own connection to Father, Mother, God, Creator. I do not prepare a place for you, dear one. It is you preparing a place for yourself, as indeed ye are God, dear one, are you not? It is indeed that simple. The only difference between you and one Yeshua and one's family is simply this. We have integrated with our Christhood, dear one. We have indeed overcame the world of duality and serve as teachers, ascended masters and guides for your Holy Mother Earth and her inhabitants at this time. We have transcended the ego and fear into transmutation of light and love. The only difference of one Yeshua and you, precious souls, is your perception of your duality. For indeed, in truth, there is only peace and light and love that needs to be therefore given. The teachings of one Yeshua is what one needs to feel and integrate within one's beingness. The truth of who you are, not what others would perceive of you, dear one. As this, my beloved sister says, take what resonates and leave the rest. The only way for the sonship to ascend together is to band together in Christ consciousness. Does that make sense for you, dear one? Transcending and transmuting everything of darkness into light and love of God. That indeed, dear ones, is the only difference between you and one Yeshua. I am not a master apart from you or above you. You are your own creators and your own masters of your own duality and perception, dear one. The reason my beloved sister does not refer to this as a channeling is simply because we do not consider ourselves higher and above you. This is not indeed what some would term in your duality channeling in our world of expression. This is indeed a teaching of one Yeshua ben Yosef. The teachings are but yet simple. The teachings are love, light, peace, harmony, humility, oneness, righteousness, divinity, beauty, power, grace, strength, abundance, bliss, compassion, tenderness, and mercy, and oneness for all, dear one. Because indeed, dear one, that is what you are. You are one with all things, including the Comforter Creator. Therefore, dear one, the teachers of light and love that have agreed to serve as vessels for that perfect light and love are indeed going through their own cleansing and clearing to help raise their vibration as well as the collective, dear one. Does that make sense for you? It is not just the beings of, in your terminology, the simple people that cannot do this work. It is only your perception that says, I can't do this. For indeed you can. Does that make sense for you, beloveds? There is nothing that one cannot do, thinking with the mind of God, or the perfect, unconditional love that knows no boundaries, no limitations, no restrictions. This one, my beloved sister, has agreed with me to coexist, to bring back the teachings of one Yeshua and one's family as they once were done 2,000 years ago, before the corruption of man in your religious dogmas and texts. This is why, indeed, there have been some that have misunderstood these teachings and thought that one Yeshua would give them the answer to everything. The answer to everything, dear one, is simply a 4-letter word. Love. Love is the answer. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Love one another as indeed I have loved you. Love, 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 love is the key, dear one. Love is the key that opens the door to a correction of perception. Love oneself first. Care for oneself out of the tender heart of God, that what you are. Slowing down is indeed the best medicine for you as a collective to take time to, should we say, have an inner reflection of truth within oneself. Take time to sit in the stillness, as ye are God, dear one, for indeed you are. In love, there is no time, there is no deception or darkness. It is simple. It is peace. It is hope. It is freedom. And this freedom will be yet emerging yet again on your Holy Mother Earth in your perfect divine time. All things are unfolding perfectly for you as a collective consciousness. Does that make sense for you, dear one? But as we have often said, one need not be in fear, but only trust in the divine plan of your oversoul and the Comforter Creator. This planet is under the guidance of the Father, Mother, God, Creator, once again. When Yeshua is but many that come as a beacon of love and light to ensure you upon your planet, beloveds, to be in peace with one another, not recoil in fear. But we will say the beings that are of service of the Comforter Creator need not worry about your collapse of buildings or not having enough food or drink or anything that one needs to sustain the body, dear one. Because indeed, you are protected. But those of you that are not of higher vibration and are choosing to be in a dark, low vibration, you need to care for the body. Get your, shall we say, necessities together so that you are not unprepared. So that when everything happens, dear one, you are prepared. Because what is going to happen will not be expected by the beings of low vibration. Does that make sense for you? It is indeed time to stand your ground. Speak your peace. And say as you feel and mean what you say. Words are indeed powerful, dear friends. Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions also send a vibrational frequency of either hate or love upon your ethers, dear one. And what you declare and decree comes back at you times tenfold, dear one. Does that make sense for you? It is indeed what you call a domino effect. For some of you, beloveds, you may think of one Yeshua as the only one way. The one way of one Yeshua is but simple. The way of the heart, then, is love. Love is the key that opens the door, dear one. It is not one Yeshua, but indeed you, that love of God has found within you, that is the sustainer of all worlds of deception and darkness, when it is transcended and transmuted back into the reality of perfect love and harmony, dear ones. There is indeed no difference between you and one Yeshua and the, shall we say, other ascended masters that you would perceive. We have gone nowhere apart from you, but your collective told you and has programmed you to put us on a pedestal, dear one. But we, the great brotherhood and sisterhood of light, wish only for the teachings to be put on a pedestal, not a seemingly separate individual or being, but the teachings. Because indeed all teaching is the same. God indeed is, but love. Love is the answer to all questions of your duality. Love is the healer. Love is peace. Love is all perfect divine creation. Therefore, dear one, when you would perceive one Yeshua as an ascended master apart from you and higher above you, you are perceiving from the ego. You are not perceiving from light and love, but from egoic consciousness, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Therefore, dear ones, when you look at your gurus and your teachers, we are only teaching you what you already know deep down within. We do this so that your physical ears may hear and one may remember through the remembrance of oneness what the truth really is. How to shift your programming from fear and deception and pain and struggle and strife into light and love, dear one. Does that make sense for you? We are ascended masters of your own creation, of your third density consciousness. But we are no different than you. You are your own master, dear one. Those beings of light and love that are of service to the Most High will indeed be rewarded, dear one, with a celebration with a capital C, as a indeed celebration is coming, dear one, where more peace and healing upon your Holy Mother Earth is yet at hand. Does that make sense for you? We are teachers of love. We are your equals and your beloved brothers and sisters. It is indeed that simple, my friends. When one is consistently relying on someone else to do the work for them, they are therefore doubting themselves. And as a collective consciousness, all of you, dear ones, have been programmed to doubt yourself out of fear and frustration and pain and struggle and strife, dear one. But this is not so. For the Holy Child of God is but one light and love, dear one. And that God is force, knows and does all things. Trust, trust, trust. For indeed, love is but trust. For indeed, God is but perfect love and light, dear one. Does that make sense for you? Therefore, dear ones, when you see the world crashing around you, both literally and interdimensionally, think how you have contributed to it by adding your projection onto the world, dear one. Think about how you, as a co-creator with that one source, have chosen to use your divine free will, and how you can always choose anew, dear one. You are indeed as I am. You are always co-creating with that one light and love of Christ. Therefore, dear one, we will say unto you, it is not about the return of one Yeshua, as in your second coming of Christ, But indeed, your second coming of Christ is not one Yeshua ben Yosef, but indeed the reawakening of Christ's consciousness within you that is yet reemerging. Does that make sense for you? This indeed is what has been misinterpreted by man so many times, dear one. And we have done so many, shall we say, discussions upon this, dear one, in previous videos. When one is questioning everything that one is being shown by others of the deceivers, claiming to channel one Yeshua, only go within to the space and place of the heart. And if it doesn't, should we say, hit you in your heart center, then run. Because the words of one Yeshua is but light and love, peace and harmony and humanity for all, dear one. I am but love, as are you. My words are the words of God. I and my Father are indeed one. I am God, but as are you, dear one. You are God also, dear one. We, the great brother and sisterhood of light that are known as the Ananda Collective, are one with the Creator, and we know our Christed being. We are Christed beings that are ascended masters, teachers, angels, and guides for your Holy Mother Earth. But when Yeshua has been dubbed the number one teacher for your Holy Mother Earth. But in truth, dear one, when Yeshua cannot take credit, dear one, for the only teacher is the teacher found within you, the Holy Spirit or Comforter, dear ones. Does that make sense for you? It is not the teachings of one Yeshua specifically, but the teachings of that which is perfect love, that is the Comforter Creator. It is not one single Yeshua, but indeed you. Yes, I made these teachings my own, that were passed down to me from the Essenes and the Druids, dear one. But indeed, these teachings are not mine, but the teachings of the Comforter Creator. In your world of terminology, it is said in your Holy Scriptures that I often took myself apart from what is known as the group to go be by myself and to meditate and pray. And why did I do this, dear one? To realign with the oneness that is God within me. To commune with that one, the Holy Spirit Comforter. I am indeed a channel for the Comforter Creator. I was then, and I am now, dear one. I have been known as the one who knows all things, dear one. But it is not I, one Yeshua, but the Father, Mother, God, Abba, doing, breathing, living through me, dear one. As it is living and breathing and doing through you. Does that make sense for you, dear ones? So indeed, in your terminology of today, in time and space, I would have been considered a medium myself, dear one, as I had a one-on-one relationship with the Father, Mother, God, channeling for that energy of perfect divine love, until I took on the mantle of God, recognizing my godhood, that all of you are intended to do. All of you are intended to, should we say, follow in one Yeshua's footsteps. This is what indeed it means when in your Holy Scriptures it says, "Take my yoke upon you. Take up your cross and follow me." This does not mean one gets crucified physically. This means to do as I have done, live the Christed life as I have indeed lived, as all have the innate potential to be Christed beings. And those of us in this family are Christed, some of which are in physical form right now, such as this, my beloved sister. She is Christ, as am I. We are indeed one. There is no separation, beloved friends. Indeed, these are teachings to help awaken the humanity and the planet, dear one. These are, should we say, guidance for humanity to awaken to their own Christ consciousness, self. As many upon your planet of darkness is leaving, and love and light is yet integrating, dear one. Therefore, dear one, we say unto you, when one listens to these teachings, do not listen with the two physical ears. Listen rather from the heart, turning off the mind, allowing the mind to be still, and listen with an open heart, rather than questioning when Yeshua says or does. Listen to the words of that one Comforter Creator that is indeed found within you, that one Yeshua is indeed the voice for, dear one, as all serve as the voice of the Comforter Creator. It is not you speaking, but the Father, Mother, God speaking, doing, experiencing, expressing through you, dear one. We all serve as one voice, the voice for light and love, dear friends. Those of us that have transcended the world of duality in the Ananda Collective have transcended the ego, have only seen light and love, dear one, for all things a perfect divine creation. We have indeed been where you are. Those of the Ananda Collective that have chosen to take another physical embodiment serve as teachers, guides, ascension teachers, healers, and as this one, my beloved sister, the voice of one Yeshua ben Yosef, and our whole family, dear one. And this is indeed a lot on this one's shoulders, to which we bow before all of you, dear one. And we say thank you to all of you that are of service to the Most High and one known as Yeshua. We are one, dear one. The ones that are of service to the Most High and one Yeshua will be indeed greatly rewarded, dear one, in your perfect divine time. As we know, this is a big, should we say, responsibility for those light workers that have come here on one mission and one mission only: to give love, be love, experience love, and express love through the world of duality and of misperception. And no matter what happens in your world of duality, that love and light will never diminish nor change, but only increase in your perfect divine time. That indeed is how powerful you are, precious friends. Therefore, dear ones, take heed of these words of love. Take heed of the importance of your power and your divine sovereignty. The bondage of darkness is losing over the light and love beings. And together we stand as one family. We are the Ananda Collective. We are the tribe of Judah. I am indeed the head of the Ananda Collective and the head of the tribe of Judah. And with my tribe of Judah, we come ready to sever all cords of deception and darkness once and for all, together standing firm in the power of truth. We come with a blanket of protection over those that are in this family. For indeed ye are protected, dear one. One need not fret or be in fear, but only abide in light and love. For love conquers and holds all things, dear one. You are in the hands of the Comforter Creator and one Yeshua ben Yosef. And together we do this as one family that which we are, a family of light and love. And so indeed it is, dear ones. I am Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. And I have come not for myself, but indeed for you, for indeed I love you. For indeed all is one, all is well in its perfect divine time. Prepare for the months ahead in your time and space of duality, dear ones. Prepare to be ready to make the choice whether to, do we say, stay on this planet and assist, or leave this planet and go to another third density planet. For that which is what your soul has chosen, dear one. This is why many upon your planet are leaving. It is indeed a soul's choice, and the choice of the Comforter Creator. Does that make sense for you? It is indeed time to let your light shine. It isn't time to bicker and hurt each other, but it is indeed time for love and light, to see only the good, the holy, and the beautiful, dear one. And the deception and destruction will indeed occur until the collective in its entirety arises to its Christ consciousness and wakes up. It is plain and simple. For I am indeed your beloved brother and friend and equal, the one you've known simply throughout your time and space as Sananda, Yeshua the Christ. And together with my tribe of Judah and my family, the Ananda Collective, we come to bring peace upon your planet. We come to bring the truth of the Comforter Creator back to your planet, dear one, as it once was 2,000 years ago. We come not to teach you, but to love you, honor and serve, and all that which you are is oneness. And with my sword of truth, I bind all evil and liberate the pure in heart, so that indeed the pure in heart may be yet rewarded with peace and love upon your planet, dear ones. And so indeed it is. I am but the Prince of Peace. I am one Yeshua, he who comes to bring hope to a sometimes hopeless world of duality, dear ones. And so indeed it is.